It's time now for the Bear Channel Evening News on this Sunday evening, October 4th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your 6:15 p.m. news and I'm there and our top story at 6:15 p.m. on this Sunday evening here is Charleston, South Carolina, where South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley urged residents on Sunday to plan on staying home at least part Monday due to flooding, and that's because of the dangerous conditions. The emergency official says it's a historic flood. Kabul, over the past 5 years, suspected U.S. airstrikes that killed civilians in Afghanistan often played out like this. Then President Hamid Karzai would fire off Biden statements against accusing the U.S. Syrian President Bashar Assad said that the air campaign by Russia against terrorists in his country must succeed on the whole region will be destroyed. Roseburg, Oregon, the cause of the death of the young man responsible for shooting several people at Community College this week was brutal suicide by the Oregon State Medical Examiner's Office. Authorities in that said the 9 Supreme Court justices will emerge Monday from beyond a long red velvet curtain and take their assigned seats on a bench to begin a new term. Hillary Rodham Clinton appears to have figured out that the best to neutralize at least running that for a potential public image problem. Flash floods kill 16, 5 are missing, and floods hit camps of towns on the southeast coast of France, and thousands of homes still without electricity. Jerusalem and the move that Israeli police called themselves drastic security forces on Sunday barred Palestinians from entering Jerusalem's old city after its fatal 7-day Saturday of an off-duty Israeli sojourners and a well-known rabbi. Rome Pope Francis on Sunday told bishops gathered at the Vatican for opening the Synod on family issues that the church must stay true to its teachings and indissolubly merge between a man and a woman. Berlin, Germany needs to limit the number of refugees that it takes in, or even close to its borders. Conservatives and allies of German Chancellor Angela Merkel said at the weekend as the country deals with record inflows of people fleeing from war and poverty. 4 students at Somerville High School in Tulum, California were arrested for allegedly plotting a school shooting. The Tulum County Sheriff said in a press conference on Saturday. Almost anywhere else in America, High Bridge on Ruby, just another gun store, but in San Francisco, the Yam Cedar, located in the gentrified Brennell Heights neighborhood, has always been so much more. Handing the victory to wildlife conservation groups and the defeat to Chinatown's shopkeepers in San Francisco, Los Angeles. Governor Jerry Brown has banned elephant ivory. Despite scrutiny in his weekend in poll numbers and disappointing fundraising, the Kentucky senator says he's here to stay as Rand Paul in 2016, while the GOP candidate says he's not going anywhere. In Atlanta, a dozen president nations closed on a sweeping free trade pact on Sunday in Atlanta after a breakthrough over how long a monopoly pharmaceutical company should be given on a new biotech drugs. U.S. Federal Reserve Vice Chairman Stanley Fischer said on Friday that he did not see acute risk to financial stability in the near future, but emphasized his concern that the central bank's macro-prudential toolkit is not large and not yet battle-tested. Washington former Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke said in a newspaper interview published on Sunday that more corporate executives should have been prosecuted for the actions leading up to the 2008 financial crisis. The actors who wanted to bring the film Steve Jobs to life went to the great lengths to get the personally know the real life people they were portraying. Although blue whales are unquestionably the largest animal at the present time, and even larger than the biggest dinosaur ever, those animals are able to get as big as they were eaten up. Whole lot of nil and used in some particular yet effective. The history of an ancient magnet tsunami at the coast of Africa may have highlighted our current performance in a tsunami prediction. This week, NASA announced that it found the evidence of liquid water on the surface of Mars, as the space agency said that dark streaks on the wall of the Kennedy Center were proof of flowing water on the planet, evidence of a habitable environment. Research suggested in the asteroid the comets that slammed into Earth 66 million years ago rocked the planet so violently that it exerted a massive volcanic eruption in India, double catastrophe that wiped out the dinosaurs. The U.S. government recently implemented a series of changes to the coast insurance claims to use to report various illness and causes of injury, which can mean bad news for your medical bills. The UK has greenlighted the transplant of 10 wombs to the patients without one as a clinical trial for the success of the first baby born in a transplanted womb in the region will arrive in 2018. In Sandwich, Massachusetts, Sandwich firefighters responded to Route 130 IO Cocoa Plant for a motorcycle accident injuries extended to the PI's location. Peter Channel News, I'm 619. Time now for a travel report on this Sunday evening, baby, as we take a look at the map there, and it is smooth sailing on the highways and byways except for some few slow spots here. On this Sunday evening here, as highways in Rhode Island are looking good here. Mass Pike on the eastbound side is backed up from Munson all the way out to Charlton here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, so before I-84 in Sturbridge here. Mass Pike interchange with 495, it's a little slow. Southeast is faster than the northbound side, it's slow from Quincy all the way up to Dorchester here. 120 on the southbound side, slow for the Linfield stretch after Route 1. We got an accident on 120 on the southbound side. In Linfield, so expensive delays here. Route 1 on the southbound side, and slow for 99 and Saugus all the way up to Route 6 in Revere here. On Route 3 on the southbound side, we got an accident around Store Drive around Science Park, so expect some delays here. 93 on the southbound side, it is slow after Route 293 in Manchester, and hit brakes again in Derry, New Hampshire here, so expect some delays here. And 95 on the southbound side of the main turnpike, slow around York Toll Plaza here. As otherwise, a smooth sound coming out here on this Sunday evening on highways and byways in New England here, and also an accident on Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, as that is cleared, but it's still slow from Quincy to Dorchester and Southeast Expressway southbound slow around Moore Street Boulevard in Dorchester here. Okay, look at that MBTA alert here at 621 here. Green Line, B Branch Express from minor delays to the Sable train at Warren Street. Orange Line Express from minor delays to the police after the North Station. And Civil Line National Park Express from minor delays to the traffic here on the Premier Rail. It's looking good, and on the ferries, all looking good. Pier Channel News time is now 6:21 here on this Sunday evening here at San Rafael. Weather report and the latest on Joaquin. 32.2 to the north, 66.4 west of the central location here. Maps the same winds, 100 miles an hour. Movement northeast at 14 miles per hour as a Category 2 storm here. And the latest on Joaquin. Regular night, Joaquin passes just to the west of Bermuda, and tropical conditions continue on the island here. Hurricane warning is in effect for Bermuda. A hurricane warning means that the hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area. For storm information specific to your area, please monitor the product station by your local National Meteorological Service here. At 5 p.m. London Standard Time, to the center of the hurricane Joaquin was located near latitude 32.2 to the north, longitude 66.4 to the west. Joaquin is moving toward the north-northeast near 14 miles, and then this general motion with a slight decrease in force is expected to continue throughout Monday. On the forecast track, the center of Joaquin will pass just west of Bermuda this evening and pass over the Bermuda tonight. Maps the same winds that decrease to near 100 miles an hour, with forecast and initial weakness forecast during the next 48 hours. Hurricane force winds extend outwards up to 45 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outwards up to 205 miles. During the past couple of hours, a 10-minute average wind speed of 48 miles an hour with a gust of 64 miles an hour were reported at Bermuda International Airport on the southwestern end of the island. Elevated side of 290 feet at Harbor Radio, a 10-minute average wind speed of 75 miles an hour and a gust of 96 miles per hour were recorded. The estimated minimum center pressure based on a drop sounding rate from NASA research aircraft is 958 millibars. Hazard effect land wind, tropical storm conditions will continue to affect Bermuda throughout tonight. Where hurricane conditions are expected later this evening. Tornadoes, isolated tornadoes are possible on Bermuda this evening. Storm surge, a dangerous and life-threatening storm surge is expected to produce significant coastal flooding in Bermuda near the coast. The surge will be accompanied by large intercircular waves. Rainfall, Joaquin is expected to produce total rainfall accumulations of 3 to 5 inches across Bermuda for tonight, and surface swells journeyed by Joaquin will continue to be affecting portions of the Bahamas during the next few days, and swells are affecting much of the southeastern and the Midland coast on the United States, and it will spread northward along the east coast of the United States by Monday, as the swells will likely cause life-threatening surf and whip current conditions here. Even though Joaquin is expected to pass well east of the coast of the United States, a prolonged period of elevated water levels and large waves will affect the Midland region, causing significant beach and dune erosion with a moderate coastal flooding likely. Please consult products from your local river office here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, most skies got about 45 degrees, northeast at about 6 miles up to 8 miles an hour. Monday, most skies got about 60 degrees, north at about 8 miles an hour. Monday night, most skies got about 43 degrees, and north at about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Tuesday, most skies got about 66 degrees, north at about 7 miles an hour. Tuesday, most skies got about 45 degrees, and light variable wind. Wednesday, patch about 49 and more, skies got about 69 degrees. With that, most skies got about 46 degrees. Thursday, Saturday, podcast got about 61 and about 43 degrees. Friday, patch about 49 and more, pot got about 64 degrees. Friday night, chance of showers, most skies got about 50 degrees, and chance rate is 30%. Saturday, pot most skies got about 66, about 45 degrees. And for Sunday, most skies got about 64 degrees. Not temperature 54 degrees, overcast skies, and humidity 67%. And that is going to be for the Peter Channel Evening News on this October 4th, 2015. Please have a good evening and a good positive attitude. I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening.